Guys, I'm gonna talk a little bit today about painting. We do a lot of painting at D&A Restorations. Some people think it's the most boring thing in the world. Some people think it's the most difficult thing in the world. I don't think either, honestly. I've been painting so many things that it's just kind of second nature. Most of the time, people be like, oh my God, your paint's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. It takes a lot of work to get it like that because I am working in an amateur paint booth with not real great ventilation. We do have an updraft vent and screens, and we got some filter media up there, but really this is amateur stuff, guys. I am no professional painter. I've never worked in a body shop. I picked up a gun 20 years ago. In fact, this cheap little Craftsman gun got me 18 years of painting and hundreds of thousands of dollars of probably work. I recently upgraded to an Anest Iwata LS400. I absolutely love this gun. It is about a $600 gun. I use a 1.4 tip for just about everything. And I've recently switched over to the 3M disposable paint cups. They just come with a disposable liner. Pop on the cap, has the strainer built in. I find that's the easiest way. Really nothing crazy about it. Just a basic kit from your local paint supplier. This is the part number for the 22 ounce cups. And I paint everything with that gun now. I painted my Blazer with it. I painted hundreds of gas tanks now. I mean, you can see this is laid down, primer with it. This is my basic finished paint job straight out the gun. This is no color sanding. This is no buffing, no cutting. You know, as you can see, like anything else, there are little specks of trash that I have to deal with, and that's mostly because I'm in a open paint booth, honestly. I mean, that's my intake for my air. It blows past everything in my shop. But I've learned to deal with it. I color sand, you know, 2,000 and 5,000, and I do a buff and it takes all the trash out. I mean, this is all stuff straight out my gun. Everything I've painted here is, you know, just straight from the gun. This is a high gloss metallic black. We are painting. I'll grab my flashlight so you can see. There's lots of metallic in it. I just sprayed this from my buddy Brad Rye. I think it's a cool little color. His wife is actually going to do this on a trike that she got, a big red. But as you can see, like I said, this is straight out the gun. Pretty good for not being in a paint booth, not a paint booth. As you can see, there's specks of trash that I deal with on every single tank. But the laydown, I mean, you can just about read my shirt, so I think that's a pretty well laid down. But I mean, check out the metallics in it. Just a super cool color I picked out of my paint shop off of just an idea they gave me. And like I said, guys, this is, anybody can be a painter if you're willing to put in a little effort. It's another tank I painted this morning, just straight out the gun, nothing special. A little bit of trash, I deal with it. Same thing, a frame I'm doing for a US 90. Lays down smooth. And a couple of junk bikes that I have here, but nothing special, guys. If you want to be a painter, just be willing to lose a little bit of money, spend some money, and mess things up. Don't be afraid of it. Paint is expensive, but practice makes perfect, and that's pretty much what I did. I practiced, I ruined things, I still ruin things. I drip occasionally. I get a huge mosquito that'll fly through my booth and land on the perfect white paint job occasionally. I mean, it is what it is. I can guarantee there's not a paint booth or a paint shop in the country that does not have to redo or color buff. Everybody does it. I have friends that have paint shops with $100,000 booths. They all cut and buff. They all deal with mosquitoes. They all deal with the occasional fly. I mean, it's just, it happens, you know. Anyways, anything else you would like to know from an amateur painter, feel free to comment. I use all PPG products and 3M cups and an Iwata gun. So Anything you want to know, holler at me.